Good morning. Today is February 17th, 2021, and we are still in the controversial election results controversy. And as usual, we are taking pictures of the sunrise from the back window of my house. And we've got some pretty pictures here with some messages. I want to point out we will see some crows in these pictures. They'll be very small, they'll be very far away, and I'm not even sure if I can see them while I'm narrating this. No, I can't. Anyway, there will be some crows in some of these pictures. If I see some, I'll point them out to you, but I don't think I'm going to be able to see them. But anyway, that's significant because that's going to be one of the things we discuss toward the end. Also, what we see is the normal place that we focus on is the mountain behind the farm silo across the back field from my house. That mountain is called Mount Equinox. It's right next to Manchester, Vermont. And that mountain has been our focus for a while because that's normally where the sun comes up in early winter or at the solstice. Now it's coming up further to the north or further to the left on these pictures, but Mount Equinox in the beginning of these pictures is covered with clouds. I've got a picture coming up that's going to show you that in about 8 pictures. That mountain there is not Mount Equinox. That's the next mountain further north. But we're going to have Mount Equinox covered with clouds soon here. You can see the clouds starting to appear, and then where the sunrise is going to be coming up right there, and then a little bit further to the right here is Mount Equinox covered in clouds, and we can't see it yet, but later on we'll be able to see it, and that will be another point that I'm going to bring up. Also, what we're going to see in some of these pictures is the often sought after contrail, a jet contrail. Remember, throughout our videos, every time we saw the contrail, it always had the same message: everything is going to be all right. And today we do have some contrails. It's actually 2 different planes. One of them is pictured numerous times in here, and hopefully we'll be able to see those and I can point those out to you. Otherwise, we've already gone by them. But anyway, the contrails always represent everything's going to be all right. And I think there's one right there, right in the middle, a little bit up from the horizon. Anyway, we will see those. So we've got crows that are far, far away. And remember, we saw crows in a number of videos. Number 2, which was called Bird Prophecy, we had crows that were unclean birds, and they represented demons and evil. We had some in number 12. There's some, I think, contrail right there. No, maybe not. Anyway, in video number 12 called Rounding Up Corruption. Remember, we had lots and lots of birds in my backyard that ended up, there's a contrail right there, that God gathered them together and then flew them all over to a further field, and I interpret that as God is rounding up the corruption and sending them to Guantanamo Bay. Then another video, we had 15 minutes of crows flying by, and they were one after the other. You could never have a time where there was no crow, and it was just over and over, probably 2,000 crows. And that day it took 15 minutes to drive by or to fly by, and I interpreted that as the arrests are going to take 15 periods of time, possibly 15 days, possibly 15 weeks, possibly 15 months or years, but hopefully 15 days. And let me see here. God will separate evil from us. Corruption, that is what we got today. We have crows that are only far away. So I interpret that as they used to be here. Now they're far away. So God is separating us from them. God is separating the corruption from us. God is separating the evil from us, the demons. They are being separated. It's part of this end time process and prophecies in the Bible that God will separate us. Now, here's Mount Equinox after the cloud was gone. If you happen to see just before this, a couple frames before this, there was some clouds and it was dark. Now it's completely focused, empty. And what that tells us, when Mount Equinox is coming into view, our focus should be getting clearer. Our focus should be on God's plan, not ours. So we shouldn't be getting impatient when God's not working fast enough to suit us. God's plan of thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. God's bringing his will to earth. Not just true election results, not just corruption is cleaned up, not just the United States Republic under the Constitution being restored, not just worldwide pedophilia being extinguished, not just worldwide slavery being extinguished, or the worldwide monetary system becoming righteous in real money instead of fiat paper currency, not just worldwide peace, not just righteous governments worldwide. All of these are good, but incomplete. God wants us to have his will on earth, and here's the camera flares in the form of a cross. Remember what that says. God is in control and everything's going to be all right. Lord, thank you for the message you've given us today. Thank you for your will being perfect. And thank you for starting to bring your will upon the earth to clean up the corruption and to bring us peace, prosperity, love, and communion with you.